The next Lizette cam with a spoiler cam as well on his number 6. Here comes the field to the starting line, and Alex Bowman gets out front as we're underway in Homestead.
Yeah, and we've seen that all weekend. That bottom lane just fires off better than the out lane. It's a lot easier for those guys to get grip on those rear tires taking off.
We're off to the races. Blaney on the outside, 3 wide of Briscoe already. A few more rows 3 wide. Here we go.
Bottom of your screen, watch the wall, watch the contact.
Well, he found it. We know that's already done with. Love this battle up front. Going to have to be careful here if you're Blaney, because Barry is coming on the outside. If that car gets side by side and you drag him down the straightaway, slow both of the leaders down, he might be able to do the old twofer, Kevin.
And here we are for the lead off turn number 4. Blaney trying again, but on the high side, Bowman with the edge.
Doesn't surprise me. Didn't see the speed out of this 12 car yesterday in practice, but certainly knows how to get around this place. All but had it won last year.
So those 8 laps, the first laps that Bowman has led on this speedway. Ryan Blaney goes to the front. Ford Chevy Ford at the front.
Great battle going on with Larson and Reddick. We talked about them at the beginning of this show being the standouts on this high line racetrack. They're battling it out. They've been crossing each other over. Slide job after another. Finally got the job done. Larson.
This will be the first complete green flag pit stop of the season. And we're already at race 6.
Well, Byron was the first one that started that cycle. You see he ran down, made a little bit of ground up on your leader Blaney by pitting 1 lap early, but
Zane Smith picks up the lead in the 38.
And on the flip side, some of these guys are going to run a little bit longer, hoping that the tires having an advantage at the end. We've seen Christopher Bell pull that strategy a lot, but the hope is that your tires are a little better at the end and you can make up some track position.
Cody Ware has stopped, so there are 11 cars that have not yet been to pit road. Jamie?
And one of those, Kyle Larson. It's interesting about every driver, as long as they're not leading, they are tight. Kyle Larson, as soon as he took the lead, he said, all right, I'm not tight anymore. We're actually not terrible here. And Cliff Daniels, his crew chief, said, you're turning really good lap times here. Keep it up as Larson continues to ride the wall here, Mike.
Traffic is a struggle today. These guys are really struggling in traffic to be able to make passes. As you see Bubba Wallace try to slide up the racetrack right there.
Not clear.
Maybe he didn't try to, but he slid up the racetrack. He heard Austin Cindric lift out of the gas. So, he's frustrated.
This one's going to be a little bit harder. Again, he's running in the line that he wants to be in. And you know Reddick is not coming off of that line. He can run it as good as you can. You're going to have to do another slide. I like what you said earlier, Kevin. When you catch him, you got to go. Just like he's moving to the bottom right now. Look at Reddick move down. Try to take his exit away.
Reddick knows he doesn't want him to get by. He wants him to keep him inside as much as possible.
Now there's a 9-lap difference in their tires. Reddick pitted much earlier than Larson did.
That takes me back where I was going with Kevin. And as soon as you get to him, pounce on him. You get stalled out side by side, time the pass, time where you're at. It's going to get the pass done right there. That's a hard pass to Tyler Reddick. And Reddick was easy on him.
I think that's one of the things, though, that Kyle Larson is really good at. You say he was easy on him, and in that situation he was. But usually Larson is really good at just making the pass happen right now. He's not going to be a guy that, this might be too close, might need to do this. He's going to drive into the corner, slide up the racetrack, and move on.
Stays with the momentum, never loses momentum.
Christopher Bell spins off turn 4 to bring out the first caution flag of the race.
You can see him back here. It's right up by the walnut outside. Car gets loose, comes out from underneath of him, Kev.
Yeah, just flat out lost the rear of the car and spun out.
Larry was literally just telling us under brake, man, the 20 car just hasn't went anywhere. A lot of points on the line. This is big. These guys are going to go for it.
Stage points 5 laps away as we go back to green. Blaney and Bowman up front, and boy, Gregson didn't get going.
Gregson missed a shift or something up in the front.
5 wide. All right, Logano right now in position for the final stage point. Hamlin behind him. So Logano 10th. Remember, lost 5 spots in the pits. He's rebounded 1. One more lap.
Bowman tried him on the bottom of 3 and 4, lost a little bit of time. Going to get it wound back up on the outside. Here he comes.
And Cindric on the move, restarted 13th. He is up to 6th. And McDowell with those 2 tires faded to 21st in 4 laps.
One more shot at him. Here he comes on the bottom.
Who's going to win stage 1? Blaney up top. Bowman slides up behind him. And Ryan Blaney will get the stage win from Bowman, Briscoe, and Larson.
Austin Cindric's team is trending in the right direction. He was tight the early runs in the race that time. A little bit better with the 2 car. Still needs to be freer. The 48 of Alex Bowman couldn't get the throttle down to be able to get up there and battle with Ryan Blaney for the stage. Trouble on pit road.
Yeah, Barry goes around, and he's not the only one there.
Logano as well.
Yeah, and they ran into the, it looked like the door of the 5 car.
Right front out there.
Yeah. Yeah, they all got jammed up coming out of the pit box, and they were too wide.
We're back to green. Now the car to watch is that 77 Hocevar, who did not pit with everyone else at the end of stage 1. He is on tires that are 5 laps older under green flag conditions than the rest of the field, but in doing so he restarted up front with the lead. Now back to 6th.
I think he's actually weathered the storm. I think that the first lap and a lap and a half is probably the hardest part to deal with, as we see a battle for the lead right here with Ryan Blaney and Alex Bowman.
Going to slide up in front of him now. I think Bowman's going to go ahead and let him have it, lifted out of the gas a little bit early, but look right there behind them. Denny Hamlin, this 11 car's solid, likes his clean air, and it's coming.
And there's Hamlin. Spinner at the front end of pit road. Now we should stay green if that car gets itself righted and turned around. It's Daniel Suarez who was running in the top 5. We are okay. Suarez gets going again. We stay green. Larry, what happened to Logano?
Yeah, Mike, at first, as I was watching it, it looked like a lot of trouble on the left front, but it wasn't necessarily trouble on the left front. The tire changer had to index his own tire because the guy that was going to index his tire went back over there and did more repair work on the area that was damaged on that pit road accident.
So Logano 34th, Bell 35th after this green flag round of stops.
Yeah, how about Bubba Wallace having a really nice stage 2 here. His teammate, though, back in 11th, and Tyler Reddick. These 2 teammates have very similar setups. Obviously, Reddick has just been so good here. Bubba adapting to that. They've given him some changes for nuances in his style of racing, but so far it's paying off more for Bubba. He just radioed to the team. He said the handling in 3 and 4 is going away, and they said, hey, with the sun coming and going, the track is going through a transition. Make adjustments behind the wheel.
Florida man up in the top groove. Here comes the leader to his inside.
Yeah, now he's got Denny Hamlin right there with him with a big run off the corner and fresher tires.
Comes a crossover. Larry, I am sold on this splitting the stages in half. Here's both cars that did that. The 11 and the 5 marching to the front. Looking
Remember,
like they're going to
stage
run
3 is a longer stage. Will they go with that same strategy again?
Whoa, sideways. Hang on to it, Kyle. Trying that line that he was doing earlier, about the apex of the 3 and 4. He'll pull down and come off of that wall a little bit. Didn't like it that time. Got to be careful with those tires, but with 2 to go, throw caution to the wind. Let's go.
Well, Hamlin and Larson's tires are 7 or 8 laps fresher than Blaney's, and that is certainly showing up with the pass and the result here for stage 2.
Yeah, it's about 7/10 faster too.
Well, the lap times just get those last 10-12 laps of the run on the long portion of the guys that stop short. The delta is just so much different.
That's a nerve-wracking long run to wait that out, though, and have it come your way right there at the end of this stage, but it looks like it's going to.
Also waiting is Joey Logano. He's trying to hold on to the free pass position at the end of this stage in one more lap. Logano's going a lap down along with Gilliland, Kyle Busch, and Christopher Bell.
Great run off of 2. It's not over yet. What are they going to do with this lapper? Cole Custer in front of them. Larson's going to shoot to the inside. Custer doesn't give him that outside. This could be it. Larson really hooked that bottom good. It's going to be a drag race. Here comes the momentum of Hamlin. I think Larson's going to get him. Oh, he ran out of time.
Denny Hamlin gets his first stage win here. First stage win at all since stage 2 here last season.
Kevin, short run speed. really hasn't been in the 5's favor. It'll be interesting if he can hold off the 11. Had really good short run speed.
Well,
it's off at the end.
It's also as close as he's been to the front, starting on that front row with clean air.
Wallace paced Group 1 practice.
Well, we saw that at Las Vegas last week too. He had great short run speed to start practice and in the race, and right now he's up alongside Kyle Larson for the lead.
I bet you Kyle just lets him go. On out there, take off sprinting. I'll run you. See you later. Back to the boards and coming.
Well, I think Kyle Larson knows that he needs to keep Ryan Blaney behind him. He knows that Blaney has a better car than him right now. So anything that he can do to play defense and keep that 12 car behind him or get around this 23 car. But ever since that moment, Blaney's kind of fallen back a little bit.
And then, kaboom! Ryan Blaney's engine goes up in smoke. Second engine failure of the year for the number 12. They lost one at Phoenix.
I'm fucking blown up. You have got to be shitting me. Oh my God. Sorry, fellas. It'll go our way eventually, I hope. Appreciate the fast car.
Now we see that outside lane get connected right there. That's as good as we've seen.
Look out. Elliott to the inside of Gillen. I think that was, man, that was close. Here we go. Pass for the lead. Look at this. Look at the run on that outside. Oh, he had to lift, Kevin. Lifted. Big time momentum going to the 48 side draft. Not clear. Still there.
Remember, these two are not best friends. They had contact at Chicago post-race.
Yeah, and this 23 car, he knew right there. He said, if this 48 car clears me, and there he goes.
Yep.
Alex Bowman's able to clear Bubba Wallace for the lead.
Got to stay poised in that car, though, Kevin. Don't move out of your line. Don't lose your momentum, your focus.
Well, that's good news for Larson right there. The first half of the corner he spent with clean air in front of him. Bubba slid up there the second half of the corner, but that's not going to break the momentum of the 5.
He's there. Does he go for it here in 3 and 4? Yep, here he goes. Be a slide job.
I was going to say, did you really ask that if he was going to go? Have you ever seen him not go?
11 to go, coming to 10 to go. It's time to go.
That's the question that answered itself.
Do not get in that fence.
And he already made the right move of putting this. Oh, now he's in the fence.
There it is. Watch it. Oh, he's in it hard, too.
Pull off of it, pull off of it.
And here comes Larson. And Kyle Larson takes the lead.
And that's exactly what we were talking about, Clint. Don't make that mistake. And when you haven't run that lane all day and you have to step up and try to do what Kyle Larson is doing, it puts so much pressure on the drivers because he does it. He does that 2 inches from the wall.
White flag here. One more good one.
Well,
White flag for Larson, who's only led 18 laps today.
Yeah, I mean, he's flat out the best at riding the wall. We would consider him the best at this particular racetrack, and all weekend he has put on display exactly what we think with his talents.
Kyle Larson about to become the 3rd winningest driver for Hendrick Motorsports, behind Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. 2/3 of the clean sweep for the weekend. And coming around turn 4 for his 30th career win, Kyle Larson for Hendrick Motorsports and Chevrolet wins in Homestead.
I want to see the right side of this car again. There can't be much left of it.
It's the 14th win for Larson in the 7th generation Cup car, most of all drivers.
Can't be much tire left.
Well, what was left is now going to be at the start-finish line.
You're good. There he goes.
I shredded one of those rears.
Look at the right
That'll
rear
do
of
it.
that car.
Wow.
But having the confidence to do that, Clint, is just, he's at another level with that because he's just not scared of it.